Just a few verses we're going to read tonight over in the book of Matthew, chapter number 27 or 26, verse number 14 through 16. We're going to read 3 verses there, and it's good to be in God's house. I don't care where it's at, it's God that's good. And I want to do my best tonight. I'm a servant of the King tonight. I'm not serving somebody that's defeated. I'm serving a winner tonight. And we might let the devil defeat us in our life tonight, but God's not defeated. We might get discouraged in this life, but God's not defeated. And everyone who's on the microphone over there, I'm assured you're going to have to mess with the buttons just a little bit, because when I get started, my voice changes. And when God comes on the scene and begins to bless my effort, He makes a difference. And He'll make a difference in your life tonight. When He comes on the scene. And I'm proud of here. And if you've got your Bibles and would like to read along with us, we're at the 26th chapter of the book of Matthew, starting at verse number 14, and it said, Then one of the 12, called Judas Iscariot, went into the chief priests and said unto them, What will ye give me, and I will deliver him unto you? And they covenanted with him for 30 pieces of silver, and from that time he sought opportunity to betray him. Let us pray. Dear Lord, as we come out before you once again this day, Lord, we thank you for the privilege of prayer. We thank you, Lord, for the opportunity that we have to be in this place tonight, Lord. And we thank you, Lord, for the good day that we've had this day, being able to see one get saved this day. And we'd love to see another get saved tonight, Lord. And Lord, we know tonight that it's not of us, Lord, but it's of you, Lord. And Lord, just ask you this night, just give us the words that we need tonight at this hour. Touch our lips, give our mind the understanding and the knowledge that we need, Lord, to be able to preach the message that you've placed upon our heart. And Lord, if we got anything in our life tonight, Lord, that would hinder us up from delivering that which would be pleasing unto thee, we thank you, Lord. Just forgive us, take us and use us tonight, and shield us and shelter us, Lord, and help us to do our part. For these things we pray in thy sweet holy name. Amen and amen. And tonight, for just a little while, I'd like to share with you the thought that God's placed upon my heart. My God is not dead. My God is not dead. When we walk out these doors tonight, we head back our home and we go wherever we go tonight, wherever we go tomorrow, I want that thought to be lingering in the back of our mind that our God is not dead. Now, you say, why are you bringing us a message like that? Probably about 95% of the people that's sitting under the sound of my voice tonight has either got a TV or a radio, and you're listening to all the things that's going on in this world, and all the trouble that seems to be coming about in this world, and all the heartache, and all the ungodliness that's gradually sliding into this world. But folks, I want to tell you something tonight. It's not God's fault. My God tonight is not dead. We read here just a few verses tonight about Judas Iscariot. Every person sitting under the sound of my voice has heard that name. Every person sitting here knows what he done. He sold out for 30 pieces of silver. He said, what would you give me? And then I might tell him, I'll tell you where he's at. And then we might get rid of him. And then we might be able to just take him over. And that's what they was wanting. And old Judas, he agreed for 30 pieces of silver. Now I want to tell you something tonight. I want you to understand. We're selling him out for a lot less than 30 pieces of silver. We're selling him out for a TV show. We're selling him out. You know, we read our Bibles and we'll start to read and the old phone will ring and we'll pick up our phone and we'll listen to the phone and we won't go back and pick our Bible up anymore that day. You see, we sold out for just a little nothing. But I want to tell you something tonight. My God is not dead. See, when they went after Judas, he betrayed and he picked up his 30 pieces of silver there. And at that hour, they begin to get ready and to take Jesus out and to say, do away with him. That's all. And they do away with our God. But I'm so thankful tonight. Our God is not dead. He's still alive. thing that He's ever done. He's still saving those sinners. He's still causing people to get under old-time conviction and come to the knowledge that they need Him far greater than anything that this world has to offer. I'm proud this morning, or I'm still proud tonight, that I've got hope because He lives. My God is not dead. See, Judas thought when he betrayed Him with those 30 pieces of silver, he thought that it was just about over and it would be no more. And that great God that they were serving, but it was just the beginning for me and you. If He hadn't betrayed Him, wonder where we would be today. And if He hadn't betrayed Him and sold Him out for those 30 pieces of silver, where would we be? You say, what are you joking? Folks, if He never went to the cross and gave His life for you and I, what kind of hope would we have tonight? Where would our hope and where would our joy be? And if we rest in tonight, my God is not dead. Your God's not dead. If you're serving the same God I am, and I believe you are, because I believe they have a one. There's all kinds of little gods. There's all kinds of them. Whatever you want to make out of your life. You can have an automobile. That's a God. You can have a fishing pole. That's your God. You can have a gun. That's your God. You can have a family. And you can put them before God. And that would be your God. But I'm thankful this morning. And still thankful tonight that I'm serving the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the living God. And that when the doctors come by and they say there's no hope, God comes by and He says there is hope, and He lays His healing hand upon so many of us down through the years, and He says everything is going to be all right. See, my dad is sitting there with us tonight, and I'm proud that He's here, but sometimes He can't tell me everything is going to be all right, but God can. And when God says everything is going to be all right, take her to the bank. It is good. He's not dead. If He's told you that He's going to take care of that family member, if you've got family members and it's not in church the way that they need to be, I hope you just pray and you see God is going to help you. And when He gives you that peace, take her to the bank and believe, because my God is not dead. Is your God dead? Are you serving a dead God? You read over there in that one place, I believe it was Elijah that was praying, and they was waiting for the fire to fall. He was talking about all those other people that was praying. He said, y'all's God must be dead. He sort of sniggered under his voice, and that's my phrase tonight, because some other people was praying for God to send fire and to set their offering on fire, and it never did happen. Because their God was dead, because their God wasn't alive, but mine is alive. And if you're serving the same one that I'm serving, He's alive. He's well. He's still doing all things. There's nothing in that book that He's limited to. Amen. You hear me? You read over there in that book and you'll find where God done this. You'll see where God done that. You'll see how God worked through Jesus and done this. And you'll see how He done that. And you say, boy, that used to happen. I want to tell you something. This still happens. He's just not getting the honor and the praise and the glory that He needs for it. That's where it's at. We're ashamed. We'll run to our doctor and we'll say, doctor, I need a pill. I need this. And then we'll pray, God help us. And then when we get done, we'll say, thank you, doctor, you've done a good job. But I want to tell you something tonight. You can split your hand open tonight. You can run down to the nursing home, the emergency room tonight and get her sewed back up. And if God don't pass by, and if God don't heal that skin back together, when you pull those stitches out, she'll open right back up. God's still doing it. And when we get discouraged, prayers, and we think that our prayer, that's a pretty high ceiling right there. And we think our prayers is going no higher than that ceiling. Folks, we need to dig in, and we need to pray just a little harder and do what God would have us to do. And if they stop at the ceiling and we pour their heart out, He'll answer them according to His great will and glory. You say, preacher, what do you mean? I mean to tell you, God hears us. If you're sitting under the sound of my voice and you're lost, the only prayer God's going to hear from you tonight is, Lord, forgive me. Amen. That's it. Lord, forgive me. I'm a sinner. But once you get saved, you become a child. And when you become a child, God listens to you. And I want to tell you something. God answers every one of our prayers. Sometimes He answers them today. See, I'm always in a hurry. I like when I pray, I like for God to just answer it right then. But sometimes if God answered it right then, I'd be the man. Right. And sometimes I pray and I see this thing up yonder and I see a problem. I say, God, take care of that problem. And I visualize in my mind how that problem is going to be taken care of. I get it all lined up in my mind and it don't happen. And I get aggravated because it don't happen just the way I thought it would. And after a few years, I begin looking back. God answered it just like He said He would. He answered it, but He didn't answer it the same way I thought He would. He didn't answer my prayer the way that I intended it in my mind, but He come around in a long way, or in a way that was pleasing to Him, and He took care of the problem. He's still taking care of the problem. If you got a problem right here tonight at this church, you know it? You got a problem. You need a pastor tonight. And that's a problem. And I want to tell you something tonight. To get the pastor that's right, you're going to have to pray. You're going to have to seek God's leadership. You're going to have to seek God's guidance. And you're going to have to do everything you can to get the leadership from Him. You say you're looking for a job? No. I'm looking for a job. God called me. God bless me. You say, you listen to me. I ain't being smart with you. I'm just telling you the way it is. I believe in the bottom depths of my heart I'm supposed to do everything I can to lift up blessed name of Jesus. I believe that. But I'm supposed to tell you through His blood and explain to you what God's done for me to help you, that you might choose the right one to be what God would have to be, that those lost people that's walking in and out that door might get saved. When our mission gets more than seeing lost people get saved, we've missed them all. We've missed them all. I was privileged this morning to see a young lady bow her head and altar come up and say, I'm saved. What a blessing! What a blessing. Amen. It's good. That's what I journey for. That's what I live for. I want to encourage people. Folks, there's people out there, everywhere you look. Judas sold out Jesus for 30 pieces of silver. He did. Can we tell you the truth about it? There's people outside the church doors tonight will sell you out for $5. Amen. Did you hear me? $5 measly dollars. They'll sell you out. And let me tell you the facts about it. These people sitting in the church house will sell you out for $5 measly dollars. They will. $5 measly dollars. Don't melt them much. You know what? Fat boy can't eat at McDonald's unless he eats off the dollar meal for $5. You understand me tonight? I'm stating facts. I'm stating facts, but this world tonight will sell you out. And we say, boy, that was a shame. Well, it was really bad. 30 pieces of silver, and Judas sold out our Savior. You know, it was bad. But we do the same thing. We do the same thing. We limit ourselves with power from God because we sell ourselves out cheap. We don't read. We don't study. We don't pray. We don't do the things that God would have us to do. You say, preacher, you're too hard. No, I ain't too hard. I ain't hard enough. You say, why do you preach that way? Because the next person I see now at that altar and wanting to get saved could be your child, could be your grandchild, could be your niece, could be your nephew. And the next time that I walk in that chapter at the hospital, and they say, come preacher, we need somebody to pray. It could be years, and it's had the wreck. It could be years, and it's in trouble. And if folks, if I don't preach, what God puts on this heart in the air, and then He gives it, folks, it won't be no use of me trying to pray. It won't be no use of me bowing my head, because God ain't going to use me if I come dirty and I do things that's contrary to that of His will. And I want to tell you something. That's not David. He's not. He's still taking care of me. He still is. Folks, I was sitting down yonder in Greensburg in the hospital a few years back. The doctor looked at me. My wife sat back there. He looked at me and he looked over at her. And he started talking to her. This has been 15, soon be 15 years ago. The last of September. She started talking to her about her being the guardian over her 2 young boys. Boy, heartbroken! You think the rug ain't get pulled out from under you. You let the doctor talk to your spouse about them being the guardian. Oh, you talk about praying. You talking about getting down where God's at. And you don't realize that my God's not there. You know what he said? Oh, I was sort of. I was. I couldn't find no peace somewhere. I was sad and hard. They hauled me up down the road. I mean, my mind was upside down. I thought I was a goner. I did. I thought I was alive. What no hope for me. And guess what? This little man on the inside, oh, he was alive, and he still is. He passed by, and he said, everything is going to be all right. That's what he said. He said everything. Well, see, I didn't know what all right was. You know, from this life to that life over there, it's only better. You hear me? From this life now, that's better. Now, I didn't know if I was leaving or if I was just staying, but I know it was going to get better. You understand that? Now I look at that. Now I don't care who you are. It don't bother me what your name is. If the death angel is brought to you through a man's voice today, through a doctor or some other authority, tells you that you're going to die, you're afraid. You hear me? You're afraid. And I hear these people stand up and say, I ain't afraid to die. I'm going to tell you something. When it gets time, it gets close, there's a fear about it. For just a second. But I want to tell you something. I ain't afraid of what's after death. Amen. There's just a little bitty thin line right there that scares me, Brother Campbell. It scares me. But I'm thankful tonight when that little thin line goes, it only can get better for those that saved. Amen. It only can get better. Well, he said everything's going to be all right. Oh, I had peace. But I was still concerned. I was still concerned. And the doctors come in. They done their little surgery. 39-year-old boy up there in the hospital in the wing of the Baptist East Hospital. And all them older people in their 60s in there with colon cancer on the hall. Every nurse in the hospital on that wing would come by and talk to me. Oh, they come in there and they sit down on the edge of my bed. What in the world happened to you? Why are you 39 years old on this wing with colon? What in the world did you eat? What caused that? Folks, I want to tell you something. I don't know what caused it, but boy, it was a learning experience. While I was there, it learned me that when you're in the hospital, you want people to have concern about you, and you want them to drop by and see you. And there'll be times in your life you want them to know they're outside of the door, but you just as soon for them to be somewhere else because you're in so much pain and so much strife. And folks, God help me through my ministry going down that low. Now I know people in the hospital. Folks, you're there. I stop by to see you. You talk to me. I talk to you. If you don't talk, I leave quickly. You understand? Because God used me and He helped me to understand. There's sometimes in your life you're just so sick that you don't want company. You want to know that God's people is praying for you. You want to know that they care about you.
but you just don't even feel like being around nobody. God help me to understand that. God help me to understand that when people are sick in a hospital, folks, I can look back tonight, 15 years ago, I can tell you something. I can name, I'm going to be able to name 85% of those people that come by my room after I was in that hospital. And buddy, there was a bunch of them. Bunch of them. They was concerned. I'm talking about the ones that travel. I'm not talking about the nurses. I'm talking about the ones that cared enough to leave Greene County or the ones that left LaRue County and come my way. See, God help me. He's helping me tonight. See, he's still preaching that message 15 years later that I had to suffer through to get here. He still helped me. You read about that lady that they grumbled and complained because she didn't give that oil or whatever it was. I can't even get it pictured in my mind. But Jesus said, you'll have that forever, but we're going to use this for a memorial, and we're still preaching it tonight. We look at the big things. Folks, we look at the big things. I look at the big things. I'm looking for Jesus. You know what does you good tonight? Jesus.
Amen.
When he passes by, it does you good. You say, preacher, you need to be standing still. No, learn better than that too. I've never been a standing still person. I've been moving. I'm moving. You know, you watch them airplanes. They get ready to fly out of here. The closer they get to home, the faster they move. They get ready to leave that runway. Shoom. Folks, I'm on the runway tonight. I'm headed for home. You know what? There ain't no dog going to step out in front of the plane. There ain't no car going to pull out in front of the plane. There's no bullet going to take it down. When he calls my number, I'm leaving. I'm gone. My God's not dead. He's sitting up there. Y'all been in there in those, down in Greensburg, one little restaurant. They got this little thing. They put their quarters in it, the kids do, and that little claw comes down there, and it'll pick up them bears, and they swing it over to the side, and if it'll hold on to it long enough, they'll drop that little bear out down there in that box there, and that kid can get that. Some big kids do play that. I watched them the other day. We're sitting down there eating. I want to tell you something. That's what God's going to do today. One of these days, he's going to call my number, and he's going to reach down and amongst all this old sinful man that we're living in, he's going to call my number, and he's going to reach down there, and he's going to pull me out. But I want to tell you something. It won't be when the doctor says it's time for me to go.
That's right.
It won't be. If it was when the doctor said it was time for me to go, I'd been left. I would have not had the blessing to see my boy, oldest one, graduate from the University of Kentucky. I wouldn't have had that blessing. I wouldn't have had the blessing of seeing my youngest son stand in Louisville in front of all them people and kids down there and win first place in the Kentucky State Auctioneering Championship. I wouldn't have seen that if I'd have listened to God, to the doctors, but I listened to God. I listen to God. You better be listening to God. I want to tell you something. There's some people under the sound of my voice. They got family members in serious trouble. You hear me? You ain't telling me. You're not telling me. There's something on high telling me. And I want to encourage you. I want to tell you, God is not dead. Now see, Judas wanted to get rid of him. 30 pieces of silver eliminate all the problems. 30 pieces of silver just made a better way, an easier way for me. He said, you come to me. He said, come unto the Father. He folks, when I get there through Jesus, I have to bow my head and say, Lord, forgive me. And he makes intercessions for me because I ain't good enough to go directly to God. You say, preacher, where'd you get all that? I'll tell you something. I don't know where I got it. He's just a feed me. He's a feed me. You see this back here? She wasn't surprised. She knew what was coming tonight. I've been around this lady more times than one. She's been with me over yonder. I'm going to tell you, if you see me over yonder, I'm not going to change. If I'm over the Big Baptist next Sunday morning, I'm not going to change. It's the same, but he's not dead. He's still alive. Amen. Who compromises? Who sells him out? I do. Because of the things that I want. Because the things that I think I need. Because the things you think you need. You know what's written in my book? In my book, you'll find nowhere where it says, God will give you everything you need. Now, those preachers are preaching that. All you got to do is believe it. All you got to do is believe it, you'll get it. Folks, if all I done was believe it and I'd get it, I'd be a millionaire and I'd be in trouble. Amen. You hear me? If I had money, I might not pray like I need to. If I was a rich man, I think I could buy my way out. You know, I talk fast too. I talk fast too. I guarantee you tonight, if I told you I was going to auction off salvation and I put one of those red and black signs out there in front of this church out there, there'd be people show up tonight trying to buy it. You listen to me. They flock to it. I'm thankful that they can't buy it. They could have bought it. I'd been in trouble. Because I didn't have enough money to buy it back then when I was a little boy. I didn't have enough money to go up there and offer them $15 to $10. I don't even know what I honestly think probably didn't have nothing in my pocket that time in November. But I had something in here. Something down in here that was a twisting. Telling me, you're lost. When I got the twisting down in there, something up in here started telling this down in here, you got to get it fixed. Every one of us sitting under the sound of my voice knows what we're supposed to do when we got a flat tire. Listen, most of us men, we know where the spare tire is, we know where the jack is, but truthfully, we probably don't know if it's pumped up or not because we ain't seen it for so long. Reality. Ladies, some of you here can probably change a tire, but most of you knows what you do. You reach down in that pocket as quick as it is. I got a flat tire. Can you get some? Who can I get to come and help me? Who can I get to? Or can I just leave it here and you come get it later? That's the way we are. You listen to me. But when it comes down to God stuff, I love praise. She's got a job. She knows how to handle it. It's between her and God. I got a job. It's between me and God. She knows when I goof up. A lot of places I go and I aggravate her. She knows. She knows if I'm where I need to be. She knows. See, I don't tell her on Sunday morning if we don't have an appointment, time to leave. Some of my preacher friends or churches, they'll call and time to go. Hey, I'm sick. Would you go fill in for me tonight? I'm not, so I just don't tell her. Unless I've got a booked appointment to be somewhere. Or when I go to bed at night, I have an itching on the inside that tells me that I'm going to have to drive to Louisville or some ways off where we're going to have extra time. But I'll tell you, she's always willing. She is. Oh, she don't like it, but she's always willing. She's a human. I tell you a little about her. One day we were fixing to get ready to go to church, going home church, and homecoming. She just fixed the food. Got up that morning, getting ready to leave, go to church. She done had the stuff prepared. Preaching brother calls, I'm sick. I'm sick. You go fill in. See, I didn't get to pick. And I nailed my knees. I said, Lord, forgive me. I'll do anything that you want me to do. Anything. He said, I'll save you. I didn't know he was going to call me to preach. I feel like when I promised him I'd do anything, when the preacher calls and he's in trouble, I'm obligated, Brother Jail. I'm obligated. And she's willing. She wasn't happy. She wasn't. I said that food on the table. She gets in the car and goes with me. She supports me. She helps me. She prays for me. Take it easy on her. I'm telling you this to tell you something else. My God's not dead. So I don't know who the best pastor's wife. It's going to be right here. You're the church. You're obligated to love her and help her. Amen. You hear me? Amen. You're obligated. I want to tell you something. She can make me or she can break me. Can. It's just the way it is. Book says husband one at a time. She packs up, leaves me, I'm in trouble. You hear me? That's the way the book reads. No compromise. Don't add nothing to it. Folks, ain't no, there's denominations and groups of people that's adding all kinds of stuff to the book. And there's some in that. I was meeting with a preacher up down in my office in the Root County this week. It's just a coincidence. He stuck his head going. He was trying to tell me that I like something I didn't have it all. He said I was supposed to get 7 or 8 other kinds of blessings. Folks, I got it all. I got Jesus. I got God on my side, and He's alive.
Amen.
He's alive. He'll teach you anything. The world. You ever seen these little birds? You look at these little birds sitting in those nests, and I'm probably going too long for somebody. They'll be all right. I'll be okay. You see those little birds sitting in those nests? They don't choose what mama brings them. You hear me? They do not choose. They just sitting there chirping, and them mouths are open, sending out just like this. Whatever mama brings me, I'm going to enjoy it. Whether it's a big worm or a little worm or something else, I'm going to enjoy that. We have people sitting in the church house today who's doing just exactly that. Their mouths wide open, and they don't know because they ain't reading their Bible. They ain't praying, and they ain't studying. So everything gets dropped down in their mouth. They swallow it up and think it's the gospel. Ooh, that's tough, ain't it? That's very tough. But that's the way it is. Folks, our Bible teaches me that this book is sharper than a 2-edged sword. Now, a 1-edged sword sharp. It cuts. Sharp. But you know what? It says 2 edges. So that means it cuts when it's going down. And it cuts when it's coming up. That's that book right there. So it takes something. Or bust somebody's bubble. They think they've been saved forever and you got a ticket to do anything you want. Nope. If you've been saved by the grace of God, you got to want to live right.
Amen.
You got to want to. But because the nature of your flesh, you got an Adam nature about you and you won't go back to sin. If you listen to the Adam nature of your flesh, you'll want to go back. There'll be something in another that'll catch your attention. All things that used to bother me don't. I've grown over these. But I want to tell you something. The older I get, the harder it is. There's some of them things that catch my eye, but the older I get, the smarter the devil gets.
Amen.
The smarter he gets. So he learns what it is that catches my eye. Oh, it's not bad stuff that catches my eye. A lot of times. It's the way that I handle the good stuff.
Amen.
The way that, you know. If I were looking at my computer on property matches when I should be reading my Bible, that's sin to me. You gotta teach me. You'll show me what I'm supposed to be doing. And it ain't no problem, it's just reality. That's my living. That's what I do out yonder. But if I spend more time doing that than I do studying my word, I'm in trouble. I'm going to slide back. And I'm thankful tonight because He lives. Because He's the God of gods, He's the King of kings, and He's very much alive today. He's still got a forgiving heart.
Amen.
He still does. I say, my heart ain't forgiving. A lot of times. I heard a preacher preach one day. He said, here's what he said. He says, you ain't really forgive somebody till you forget. I got to think about that. I got to study about that. I got to thinking really hard about that. And I have to disagree with you. Because I've got a great big adversary. If you do me wrong, young lady, I'll forgive you from the bottom depths of my heart. But if I see you at Walmart tomorrow, I've got an adversary that's going to bring that right up before me, and I have to overcome it and just keep on it going. But folks, I've been forgiven, and I've forgiven you. But that adversary that keeps the soup stirred will not let me forget it. He won't. He won't let you forget it. Somebody beats you out of $100, you won't forget it. There's a lady owes me about $250. It's 28 years ago, and I still remember it just as well as it was yesterday. She's been forgiven. She's been forgiven. All right? If I didn't forgive her, I wouldn't be able to preach. You right? Listen to me. I can't preach with envy and stuff and jealousy and all that kind of stuff bound up in my heart. Can't do it. I got to be clean. I see a lot of people, they want to say, thank God for saving my soul. It's a good thing to say thank God for saving. Boy, it's the greatest testimony this world can hear. It's thank God for saving my soul. But if you're living like hell yesterday, drinking beer, you come in before the church and you lift up your hand and say thank God for saving my soul, you're mocking Him. You're mocking Him. God don't bless dirty cups. He don't. You say, preacher, give me an example. You go over to the restaurant, the buffet over yonder at the Chinese restaurant tonight. You reach down in there and that plate and it's dirty. You keep on eating off of it. You go down there and fill it up with all that crumbs on it from somebody else. No, you don't. You might even lay something on it before you realize it. But guess what you do? Shuck it. I'm not eating off of that mess. You pick that fork up and you unwrap it out of that little wrapper and there's something dry and hard on the back of it, you stick it in your mouth? No. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. God, He's not going to do you. He's not going to bless you if you got that stuff in your life. Not going to clean the whole. And the Bible says, He's faithful and just to forgive us. All we got to do is ask. All we got to do is ask, say, Lord, forgive me. But because I'm saved with security, I'm not going to lose it. Not going to lose it. So when am I going to get my punishment? Not over yonder. Oh, when I step through those pearly gates, it's all going to be peaches and cream. It is. Shouting to the top of my lungs, getting excited about what God done for me back here, just to be able to see it. It'll be. What about when I sin after that? What about those sins that come in after I got saved? Oh, you shouldn't have said that word. Now we get some vanished and God's done chastened you because you said something or thought something. And I say, I'll tell you something really aggravates me now. I'll be closing here pretty quick. I'll tell you something really, really aggravates me. You see a kid over yonder at the Kroger store and he's going down through there with his mom and he reaches out and he grabs a big old bag of chips and boy, he's just happy to see the baby. And his mom goes down the next road and grabs something else too. Then his mom just grabs him and just wears him out. He never says a word about why. So she let him do it the first row. You hear me? It's all right for him to get the chips in the first row. But now when he got over there in the second row, he picked up something else. She wore him out. Never said a word to him. See, God ain't like that. You step out of line. You do things that you ain't supposed to do. It ain't 6 months down the road when God tells you that's what you're living for. It's right there. It's right there. You see, I'll tell you the only reason why I'm a preacher tonight. I'm a preacher tonight because God taught me. The reason why I accepted it was because that oldest boy of mine was on the four-way with me, had a little accident, and God shut me. Yeah, it'll end, it'll shut me up. We was heading in the back step of Mom's house one night. I worked at the factory and we was coming home. Mom fixed supper for us just about every night. Lily fell on the back doorstep. I reached down there and picked him up. And God said, oh, he was screaming, it hurt. God said, the next time you pick him up, if you don't tell him you called the preach, he'll be dead. Buddy, this boy didn't take no second chances. I didn't. I took him at what he said. I went to the church house next Sunday morning, bowed my head on the altar, getting everything prepared, and next Sunday morning I stood up. I'll tell you, this is the part you really need. This boy here was so bashful. He's so bashful he wouldn't get in front of people, no way to beat this. When the youth group stood up in church, I stand by my cousin about this much taller than me. We both about the same size. I might be a little heavier than him back then, years ago. I stand in behind him. Oh, I didn't want to do no book reports at school. I'd do anything in the world to get out of them. Didn't want to get in front of the class. But God, he reached down there with them big old claws, and he pulled me out. He called me to preach. And when he did, oh, it still bothers me. I've been nervous about coming to see y'all people. I didn't know if I was going to know anybody. But you know, it didn't make no difference. I got people, my son over there at the church where he's attending in revival, and they're praying for me. And they're helping me tonight. And the fact word is me that I'm at my great little church up here on the side of the road in Campbellsville that tell them that God is still very much alive. Amen. Still very much alive. You listen to me. back yonder on the things I told you, you'd have to up and down it. They're doing good. I want to tell you something. You see that lady sitting over yonder in that tire chair? She knowed me. She knowed I was bashful. And she knowed I talked really, really loud. I mean real loud. People couldn't understand what I said. I mean, you had to be just about looking at me. But that's what God. And guess what happened? She said, if he's going to preach, this is her prayer. She's told me, I want people to be able to hear you. She prayed that. And guess what? You listen when the preacher passes by. You notice my voice while I'm there. You notice that. God answered her prayer. God answered your prayer when you got one for your children and you want to see them in church. Get excited!
Amen.
Get excited. There's more to life. More to life than what we think it is. Where's the hope at? Is your God dead? Nope. Not if you're serving the same one I am. If your God's dead, if the only rejoicing that you have is in church with your God, you better be checking up. You have. There's a lot of people, they shout and shout on Sunday, live like hell Monday through Saturday. They'll lie to you, they'll cheat you, steal you, rob you blind. The rest of the week they shout and shout. Guess what happens when I sit down in their crowd? Guess what happens? We was over yonder, I done lost it. We was over yonder in a pit meeting one night. I was sitting here, this other guy sitting here beside me. Well, let's just put it on. We was miserable. Just well been at the house about as hot as it is out there right now. We should have been, really should have been at the house. The next day, that guy called and told me. He said, am I that far out of line? He said, that was a lot of commotion, but there wasn't no stirring. I said, if you was that far out of line, I would sit. Because I could see the motion. Now, there's a lot of people that's got the emotion. You listen to me. The emotion. They got the shout. They ain't got the goods. When the goods gets right, they plug together. See, when I get the preaching just right, fortifies. It runs from here to here. Sometimes you like it, and sometimes you don't. That's just the way it is. I learned a long time ago. Now, see, out there in that world, I try to please people. That's my job. I'm supposed to please them. But when the preacher comes by, it's my job to please him. If I do something out there in the world, I think I've caused a conflict. It bothers me. You hear me? It bothers me. If I say something I think I've offended you out yonder, said something about something you had on or something of that nature that offends you, it bothers me. Okay, so when the preacher passes by and he helps me to preach, whether you like it or not, it don't bother me. I can go home at night, and I'm going to tonight too, good Lord with it. I'm going to lay down in that bed, and I got this little thing they call a CPAP machine. I'm going to slap that thing over my face, hold it up over my nose, I'm going to hit that switch, and I'm going to be gone. But now if I preach to you, it's all right for you to drink a beer with your steak. If I preach to you, it's all right for you to play the lottery. If I preach to you, it's all right for you to dress like hell and run around half naked. When I go home tonight, I wouldn't sleep.
Amen.
Do you hear me?
Amen.
That's just the way it works.
Come on, brother.
So I'm planning on unloading the truck.
Amen.
Some of y'all people around here know. Some people know. Oh, Jeff there, he knows. I unloaded trucks for a long time over there, didn't I? Over at the factory, I unloaded big old trucks. I come to deliver God's message. I come to unload the truck. Because guess what? If I don't unload the truck, what happens? I got it. But you know what's amazing? You know what's amazing? There's sometimes that when I unload the truck, and when I get back home on Monday, and I've unloaded the truck, I have to change. You think about that. God, a lot of times I'm preaching. Well, the pastor of church, I don't have time to go nowhere else. I'm tied down, full. So I'm doing all the preaching. Every now and then somebody will drop by and visit me, or a prayer meeting or something like that. You got to help me to preach. And he says, what you preach, for you to preach that, you got to live it. Now, me to tell you that you're supposed to do this, or you're supposed to do. If I tell you tonight that it's wrong for you to drink a beer, and I can stop down here at the restaurant tonight and stop to eat myself, and I drink a beer with my steak, and I preach to you it's wrong, what I've done? How am I supposed to say, hoo-foo? My preaching wouldn't be no good at all. If I tell you it's wrong to buy a lottery ticket, and you see me standing down yonder at the store with a handful of them in my hand, it don't matter whether I bought them or not. Amen. You hear me? It don't matter whether I bought them or not. I'm guilty. I don't have to prove to you that I didn't buy them. I've got to prove to you that they're not mine at all. I can't do it. You can't. You say, hey, what in the world you say, preacher? 30 years ago, at least, the old Summersville school, sitting down there, and my God's still alive. I've been trying to serve the Lord for a long time. I was a teenager just like everybody else. You hear me? I was human. Still am. You know those little IBC root beers come in those 10-ounce bottles look like the real thing? I love them. Don't drink much of it anymore, but I love them. I was sitting at the end of Summersville school, had one of them things in my hand, and before church time the next day, one of the people seen me and told them that I was drinking beer. Told me I was drinking the real. Folks, they're looking for something to take down the ones that are trying. There might have been a drunk and never in a word said about it. They wouldn't have been. Because I was trying. Because you come to church, they're looking for a way to take you down. They're looking. See, now, I don't know where hardly any of you live. I don't. Maybe a few. But they know when you go to church. Your neighbor. See, I preach it a lot about how good God is to us. You know, the thief, if we're really Christians, the thief knows when to break into our house. He does. Because if we're doing what we're supposed to do, he knows what time church is. He knows what time we're leaving. He knows what time we should be back. Amen. That's right. Every time we get on the schedule, because you have a long-winded preacher like me, just don't care. But that's all right. That's all right. This might be my last opportunity. See, some of y'all, I used to love to go to racetrack. I'd go to Barry County racetrack just about every Saturday night. I'd stand up on my seat and I'd holler and I'd scream for my race car as he come around through there. I'd motion my arm for him to hurry up, pass him up. You know what? The guy called me to preach. He said, if you can yell that loud for that race car, you're going to be able to yell that loud for me. That's what he said. He spoke to my heart, and he opened my mouth. And I'm not ashamed to holler for him. But if I holler for him, I'm going to aim for him to be in it. I'm going to aim for him to be in it. If he ain't in it, I don't do it. It'll make a mockery out of it. If I ain't clean, if my fork's dirty, my plate's dirty, and I'm mocking him by trying to wave that flag, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. There's a lot of people out there that's in trouble. There's a lot of people out there that think they're saved or not. That's hard. That's hard. I'll tell you how sure I am of mine. I'm not swapping with you. I'll tell you how sure I am of mine. My God's still alive. He's still able to do it. But I think my wife, I think my mom, I think my dad, I think they're all right. I do. But you ain't swapping with me. I'm not going to take that chance. You know why I'm not going to take that chance? Because I know. Because I know where I'm going. There could be something that I don't know about. See, I sat in the church pew. I sat there a long time. I wasn't where I needed to be. I'd whine and I'd cry like everybody else. Because everybody else get all worked up. And I thought, man, I got to be like them. So they shedding happy tears. I think about Grandpa used to stop at the store and he'd bring me a honey bun. Every time that old blue truck head up to Howland for the store, I know when he'd come back, he was either going to have a push-up or a honey bun in it for me. I did. I know that. He was going to way on up in his years, probably really true, but he shouldn't have been driving. So when it went out and I seen that thing head toward the store, I know it was coming back. It was going to have me something. That's what he brought most of the time. Then he passed away. Saddened my heart. So when they get excited in church, those happy tears begin to flow, and I wanted to fit in, I'd cry. I get thinking about all those sad times, all those good times that I had with him. He's been dead and gone. Oh, I fit in. The shell on the outside looked like everybody else's shell, but that little thing on the inside, boy, it was way wrong. See, I can deceive you. You can deceive me. Guess what? You ain't going to deceive the God that's alive.
Amen.
He knows where you're at. He knows where you're headed. He knows where you've been. And He knows that He can draw. But see, sometimes I have good intentions. I do. Business sick people have good intentions to stop by and invite to church. I know that. If something flares up, I don't make it. Well, a friend slipped off just a few days ago. She's sick and done dead. I heard her obituary. She'd been sick for 3 weeks. Had good intentions, but didn't know nothing about it. Folks, I want to tell you something. God knows the intentions of your heart. He knows the reason why you're here. If you come here just to say you've been here, really and truthfully, your benefit for the service was probably you should have just walked back out. If that's all you come for, is so that the Campbells could see you in church. You know we have people that does that? We do. The only reason that, I tell you where you couldn't get in that the most, is where children come just long enough so mom and dad can see them in church. You hear me? I'm preaching to you like it is. We do that. Then we have business people. They want to show up just so their business looks good. They come to church. Folks, I want to tell you, well, y'all glad y'all didn't say much tonight. Y'all didn't know y'all was getting all this, did you? That's all right. It'll be all right. I'll never be back here again. I tell you one thing. This is going to be a joy. When I walk out that door, I can say, Brother George, it's been good. And a million $5,000. One more time. It's been good. Just to know that I got peace. Now my God's still alive. Oh, you'd have thought He'd give him that 30 pieces of silver. It's over. So folks, some 2,000 years later are awful close to it. And He's still very much alive. But what? I believe He's got more strength now than He did then. I do. See, He worked through the people then. And He worked through the people now. There's more people now than there was then. So folks, you just think about it. If we would just get where we need to get, what God could do. What God could do. Now, if He sold him out 30 pieces of silver, what are you selling him out for? Is it for something small? Something great? How caring are you for this little church? Oh, you're here. That's a blessing. It's a blessing. Really, especially for the pastor that's coming. It's a blessing. I don't like to preach getting cheers. Okay? But if they're going to preach to people that's against them all the time, they'd rather preach to empty chairs. People that don't want to serve the King, they'd rather preach to empty chairs. I'm just telling you the way it is. I ain't beating around no bush. I ain't covering nothing up. I'm just telling you just exactly the way it is. How much do you care for God's great church? How much do you care? How much effort do you put in? I'll share just one little thought. I heard a preacher say one day, and this lady, she never done nothing. She as far as doing physical stuff around the church, she never done anything physical that you could say. That preacher said if all she does is bring a biscuit to homecoming, you listen to me, bring a biscuit to homecoming, smile when I'm preaching, and praise for the church, she's done all she's supposed to. If that's all God ever gave her to do. If that's all God wants you to do. You know, a lot of people, we got that info and we really want. But I want to tell you something. Sometimes when we really want, we might be more of a hindrance than we are good. We are. I ain't much of a mechanic, and if I get in the mechanic's way, I'm in trouble. I am. Comes to sanding and paint and all that kind of stuff. You don't want the paintbrush in this boy's hand. You don't. Well, there'll be more paint on the floor and around the windows than there will be where it's supposed to be. But it's just the way it works. If you're God's got a purpose for everything. God, somebody need to try. If nobody else won't step up to the job and the windows need painting, do my best. You're here, windows need painting, it's your job. Do your best. Do your best. But you know, we've got to do everything we can because why? Because our God is not dead. See, when I first started, I said, my God is not dead. He's helped me to preach. He's opened your heart now. And now he's helping me to say, our God is not dead. God bless you.